Let me turn the lights on. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We're going to go upstairs to the third floor of the Belger Art Center at 2100 Walnut, and we're going to take a look at our current show, Mystery and Mark, Works from the Belger Collection. This exhibition was put together by our Executive Director, Evelyn Kraft Belger. It features artworks by Robert Stackhouse, Jasper Johns, Terry Winters, and Creighton Michael. There's a variety of drawings, paintings, and a lot of prints. This is actually oil on linen by Terry Winters. This piece is called A Light Zone Visible. It's from 1992, and we loaned this one to the Nelson Atkins for 10 years. So it's good to have it back here where it belongs, or its home base at the Belger Art Center on Walnut Street in Kansas City, Missouri. And yeah, that's a big painting. On this wall, we have 3 prints from the early 1980s by a wonderful artist named Terry Winters. If you're into printmaking and you don't know about Terry Winters, look him up. He's been in all the major museums across the world. A couple of years ago, I visited the Museum of Fine Art in Boston to see a Terry Winters print show, and I called Mr. Belger. I said, it looks like the Belger collection on the walls of the Boston Museum of Fine Art. We've been collecting him for a long time. He's one of the featured artists in the collection. These 3 prints here are called marulas. Now, marulas are a type of life form that you have probably never seen unless you were looking through a microscope. I once had 2 visitors, and as they walked in the gallery, they said, "Hey, marulas!" And I said, "How do you know what these are?" And they said, "We teach biology at Rockhurst." So if you're into botany, biology, the sciences, and you look through a microscope, you may have seen some of these microscopic life forms that are featured in Terry's work. My average visitor thinks this stuff is abstraction, and maybe it is on some level, but Terry gets his inspiration from molecular level life forms. This is a print. This is a huge sheet of paper for a print, and this is actually a lithograph that Terry Winters did at ULAE, again, Universal Limited Art Editions. And this is an artist proof that Terry knocked out in 1984. It's called Double Standard. I don't spend a lot of time with a microscope, but it looks like some sperm and egg action going on to me, but you may see something different there. Okay, these are 3 of a series of 6 prints by Terry Winters that are called furrows. And to me, for years, I thought it looked like you were flying over fields, agricultural fields, and seeing the furrows in the ground. But one day I had a visitor, and she walked in here and saw these, and she said, "Ugh, this is what I look at all day, every day." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm a neurologist. These are slices of the brain." And I thought, poor woman. She came down here to get a little respite from her job, to see something different, and we're actually showing, which I didn't know at the time, were images of sections of the human brain. So, you know, I learn stuff from my visitors all the time, including what I've been sharing with other people for months. These are pretty simple execution-wise. What you're seeing in the background is just wood grain from a slab of wood. And then the furrows are actually done with a translucent white ink over top of the wood grain. Our small gallery down on the south end of the West Gallery gave us an opportunity to show Folio from the mid-1980s by Terry Winters. It's a series of prints that were released as a box set, and starts with the title over here and ends with the colophon over here, which has all the information about the prints. My favorite one from this series, I call this particular print the Dolly Parton of prints. Dolly once said it cost her $1 million to look that cheap. And this looks like a fairly simple drawing. But if you know anything about printmaking, you know all the colors, there's a lot of colors just in that ball there. All the colors had to be done separately. It turned out this one print took about 2 years and 43 different plates to create this print. So someone who doesn't know that much about printmaking may think this is a fairly simple drawing or artwork, but it actually is a very complicated print. And the folio here represents some of the colors that are used in this series. So we want to thank everybody for visiting the gallery virtually today, and we hope you'll be here soon to see it in real life, because we miss you.
Hey Mo, what's that button say?
This button?
Mm-hmm.
This button says something that I say all the time. Can you zoom in on that from a social distance?
Look at that. Art hard, Casey.